Brakatay Hawa, Brakatay Hawa Shai. Brakatay Hawa, Brakatay Hawa Shai. Brakatay Hawa, Brakatay Hawa Shai. All praise to Yahweh by Shemal Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Now this is just a couple of scriptures. I had ran into this it's there's this Army Reserve Center right outside my job, not too far from my job, as a matter of fact. And I just recorded the little vehicles and stuff that they have out there. At one point in time, they didn't have none out there, and then I just kept watching it through the spirit of Habashim Shai, and uh, I started to notice that they had you could call them surveillance units. I mean, all they did was uh, one day army personnel in a military vehicle just rolled down the street, and I missed them the first time, and then like a couple weeks later, I seen another one ride down the street. I don't think it was the same military vehicle. I hardly caught a glimpse of the other one, but he rode down the street, and I was on the phone with the elder of the camp, Yohanan, and then I think I told him, and then so happened he came back down the street, probably 15 minutes later. He was just chilling, man. He had on his whole army spirit, watching everything. You know, testing the people. He had a strong spirit about him and whatnot. And I noticed that Jake and them wasn't really paying attention to him. Probably caught like one or two people that noticed him riding, whose spirit recognized what his was on. They toughen their spirit up because they know that that's coming, because there's a lot of racial divide in Milwaukee anyway. So, but on top of everything that's been happening in the world, so yeah, so happened I see him pass by. Not too many Jakes was paying attention to him though, and then I sometimes go to the restaurant outside the Army Reserve, and the center was empty. Then later on, weeks later, one truck. Then a couple of days later, two trucks. And then I so happened to come back like a week later. You had about 30 trucks. Then that 20, 30 went to about 40, 50. And these were the big trucks, man. All types. Actually, it was all types of army trucks, but they had them big ones out there, man. And from there, I still haven't seen anybody leave out the base throughout the whole entire time that was going on. And then probably like a week or so later, I seen one person leave out the base. And then a couple days later, another person leave out the base. And I made a video on it. And probably about right after I made the video, they had the whole parking lot full of cars. So yeah, it's a lot of activity going on at that reserve base now. They probably getting their soldiers ready and trained for whatever type of event might come to Milwaukee. But they already had like little racial uprisings in Milwaukee, on a little small scale. But we know ultimately that's what's coming is Jacob's trouble when they force this RFID chip. So, because a lot of these military bases, military personnel that we be seeing be conducting training for that. A lot of the Black Hawks that we used to see in the sky. And that was happening all over America. Then those so-called drills that they were always doing and stuff of that nature. That's only getting them prepped for Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble consists of the RFID chip being passed out. So I'm just going to start with Jeremiah 30:7. So bear with me. I'm going in the spirit. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right. So the time of Jacob's trouble is when that RFID chip get pushed out, man. When they force people to take the RFID chip. But a lot of people know that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. So they're not gonna take it, man. So there's gonna be a lot of murder, a lot of death. A lot of people getting their heads cut off, um, tortured. All types of shit gonna be going on in that day, man. During the implementation of this RFID chip, some people gonna be starving. You know, houses are gonna be getting ran into. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." That's them troops, them female troops, etc. "And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." That's the RFID chip. Right? So a lot of people going to be getting hauled off to these concentration camps to be chipped. It says, "And they that consent unto them should be held in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot." Right. So even if you do take the chip, you're still gonna be getting fucked up, man. There's no guarantee to your life, or you being saved or nothing. The Lord will have to where they fuck you up anyway. It says, I'm finna jump. It says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." No, it's like I ain't gonna jump. My bad. It says, "And they that consent unto them shall be held in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." Right, so they're gonna uprise against the prophets, the ones of us that believe. Yahweh is our way of the elect. "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." Right, so us men of the Lord are gonna be tested during that time. It says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." Right, so people gonna be getting kicked out of their houses, man. And took to the concentration camps. It says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire," because we prophesied of this already through the Spirit of Habashim Shai. This was coming. It says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same." Right, so the Lord's elect gonna be saved from this destruction. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil," which is the Edomite white man, "is come down unto you having great wrath." Right? So the Lord gonna have it to where he gonna use Esau to implement this martial law to haul people off to the concentration camps, to force them to take the chip. And if they don't take the chip, they're gonna be killed. And if some that that don't even resist them and take the chip gonna be killed. But through the processes, it's gonna be a lot of death happening, man. He said, "For the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time." Right? So these Edomite elites know that they have a short time, so they got to hurry up and bring about their new world order. All right. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, "And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, and that's the RFID chip, man. They've been promoting it. It's in a lot of different countries right now. A lot of people have the chip already. Um, a lot of people, not comfortable with taking the chip right now. They're already doing their little surveys and everything, you know. But there's gonna come a time where Esau gonna force the chip on everybody, man. So it says Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So it don't matter if you what level you on in the society, small or great, whether you rich or poor, or out of jail or in jail. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, right? So they're going to be starving people to death, man, unless they take the RFID chip or the name of the beast. And since these people are not under the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, a lot of their so-called food that they have in their little shelters and everything, for lack of a better term, dry out. The animals, there ain't going to be no animals, so a lot of them going to be starved to death. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right, so a man going to be pushing out this mark of the beast chip, man, and that's Esau. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right, so if anybody take the RFID chip, man, they're going to be put to death by way of thermonuclear fire. This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 1. It says, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, that's the nuclear missiles, man, and upon them which worshipped his image. His image represents his philosophies, man. All right, that's the end of the lesson. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai. That my honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that are doing the truth with sincerity. Shalom.